day everyone, I'm Elisa Ongyeni, 278079. Today I will introduce about the blockchain. So our topic have types of blockchain and challenges of blockchain. Let me introduce about the background of blockchain. Blockchain is a distributed, unchangeable database that makes it easier to record transactions and track assets in the company's network. It has tangible and intangible. So a blockchain network can track and sell almost anything of value, lowering risks and costs for everyone involved. Ideal for delivering that information because it provides immediate, shared, and completely transparent information stored on an immutable ledger that can be accessed only by permissioned network members. So members share a single view of the truth. You can see all details of a transaction end-to-end, giving you greater confidence as well as new efficiencies and opportunities. So we have 4 types of blockchain. The first is public blockchain networks. Anyone can join and participate in, such as Bitcoin. Drawbacks might include substantial computational power required, little or no privacy for transactions, and it is weak security. And the next one is private blockchain networks. It decentralized peer-to-peer network. One organization governs the network, controlling who is allowed to participate, execute a consensus protocol, and maintains to share ledger. So the third one is permission blockchain networks. Business who set up a private blockchain will generally set up a permission blockchain network. It restrictions on who is allowed to participate in the network and in what transaction. So the lastly is consortium blockchains is the pre-selected organizations determine who may submit transactions or access the data. A consortium blockchain is ideal for business when all participants need to be permissions and have a shared responsibility for the blockchain. Next, we also have the benefit of blockchain. It can reduce costs, improve efficiencies and transparency, and also security, and increase liquidity, enhance regulatory compliance. Reduce costs is eliminating intermediaries and automating manual process, lower transaction fees, reduce settlement times, and decrease operational costs. For the improved efficiencies is to reduce the time required for settlement and clearing. This can increase the speed of transaction and reduce the risk of errors. For the transparency, it creates an immutable record of transactions that can be accessed by all parties involved. This can improve trust and reduce the risk of fraud. Improved securities use cryptographic algorithms to secure transactions and protect sensitive data. This can reduce the risk of data breaches and cyber attacks. For increased liquidity, is providing a more efficient and transparent platform for trading. This can increase market participation and provide better access to capital for issuers. Last one is enhanced regulatory compliance. Is providing a transparent and tamper-proof record of transactions. Capital markets providers comply with regulations such as AML and KYC requirements. KYC is Know Your Customer process is performed to verify the identity of new customers and to prevent illegal activities such as money laundering. So KYC is undertaken as part of anti-money laundering AML requirements. So how a blockchain works? First, A wants to send money to B, and the transaction is represented online as a block. So the block is broadcast to every party in the network, and those in the network approve the transaction is valid. And after that, the block can be added to the chain, which provides an editable and transparent record of transactions. And lastly, the money moves from A to B. The challenges of blockchain have scalability, energy consumption. Scalability is blockchain networks can be slow and inefficient due to the high computational requirements needed to validate transactions. The ability of blockchain network to process and validate them in a timely way because it's difficult to use in applications that requires fast transaction processing speed. These networks face limitations in transaction throughput and often leading to congestion and high transaction fees. For the energy consumption, the process of validating transactions on a blockchain network requires a lot of computing power, which in turn requires a lot of energy. This has led to concerns about carbon emissions and the environmental impact of blockchain technology. Third one is the security. Result in monetary losses and damage to the integrity of the network. Companies' security efforts include formal verifications of smart contracts to help identify potential vulnerabilities and using multi-signature wallets for storing and managing digital assets. Complexity requires a high level of technical expertise to implement and maintain. Technology challenges may hinder the widespread adoption of blockchain technology and discourage potential users and developers from engaging with it. Blockchain complexity can also lead to errors and inefficiencies in implementation. So the last one is interoperability. It is the ability of different blockchain networks to communicate and interact with each other. Lack of interoperability can lead to inefficiencies such as individuals and companies may need to navigate multiple platforms and use a number of tokens or cryptocurrencies to interact with different networks. These fragmentations can also hinder collaboration, stifle innovations, and prevent the seamless exchange of data and value between different blockchain ecosystems. In conclusion, the technology of blockchain is set to revolutionize how transactions are going to get conducted in the future. The technology cuts out brokerage and intermediaries in operations and further reduces the possibility of fraud and embezzlement in state agencies and business organizations. Additionally, scaling solutions must be developed to address the challenge of blockchain technology and make it more accessible to business and the end users. The technology of blockchain will give internet users the possibility of creating value by authenticating their digital information. So thank you so much. That's all from me.